Gigi Paredez on my left, Rylann Hakim on my right. Gigi 3 goals and a steal, Rylann 4 goals and 2 assists. That adds up to the Bishop's Knights 22-2 over Cathedral Catholic. The 4th victory in less than 3 weeks against the Dons. They can put that chapter behind them in the Open Division playoffs and get ready for the semifinals against a new and fresh opponent, either San Marcos or El Camino, as they march toward a potential 8th consecutive title and 15th in 16 years. Gigi, fantastic job. 10 women scoring today.
Yes.
Obviously, whether it's a tournament match, a league competition, but certainly in the playoffs. Just how much fun is it when everybody's contributing at both ends of the pool, and everybody really gets to kind of reap the benefits of all your hard work?
It feels so great just because we've practiced so hard this whole entire season, and we are all just really getting at it with each other in practice. So to be able to come out here and all get a chance to shine is amazing.
How important is it just in terms of the mental focus? As I said, 4th time against the exact same opponent. It started at Newport.
Yeah.
It ends here. You outscored them, 73-10 in the 4 matchups. When there's so much familiarity, sometimes there can be a tendency to not be fundamentally solid, to not be efficient, to not execute at the level that the Bishop Knights have come to expect. So how much of today was as much a test in mental focus and discipline as it was in physical execution?
Well, we always talk about being a thermostat instead of a thermometer. I really thought it was like we brought that here today. Instead of like playing to what they were playing to, we stepped up to how we've been practicing. So that was really important to play against them so many different times and keep our momentum.
Absolutely. Rylann, one of the things that I really appreciate about this group is just the unselfish nature. So many times people, were point blank and in front of the keeper, had a really good line on shot and would look to set up teammates. How important is that not only in the matches that you win 22-2, but in the matches where you're going to need to find that extra ball movement or that extra rotation, like in a 6-on-5 situation, in a really important possession in the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah, we talk a lot about how important it is to make sure we're playing as a team instead of just individually, especially because these girls are some of our best friends, and so we all want to help each other out and make each other shine just as much as we want to. But it's also just super important to take the extra time, make the extra pass in order to get the result that we want.
So no surprise at all that this group is going to come out, it's the playoffs. You've been waiting the whole season. You're going to come out purposeful and intentional and really make a statement. So you score the first 11 goals, you hold them scoreless for the first 11 minutes. What I'm almost more impressed with is that you scored the last 9 goals and you held them scoreless for more than 13 minutes to end the match. How proud are you at the fact that regardless of who coach put in there, subbing 6 in, 6 out, or 3 in, 4 in, the defensive intensity, and the pride in and whether it was Edie or whether it was Lucy, that it's we're still going to defend for 28 minutes.
Yeah, we definitely put an emphasis on our defense. We've been working on our 5-on-6 a lot recently, and Ian has the motto, defense wins games, and so that's where we put a lot of our focus into, especially with our high lanes press, and then which leads to a good offense.
Most definitely. Last thing for you, Rylann. I mean, as I said, when you've played La Jolla, you played Valhalla, you played Cathedral Catholic 4 times. San Marcos or El Camino. It's not a new matchup in the history of the Bishop's program, but certainly this season it will be. It's the semifinals, which are always exciting, but the fact that it's a fresh matchup is that going to provide just that much more drive and determination? Because obviously this group is defined by championships, but the fact that you get to play somebody that you haven't seen all the time, could that be a blessing for you ladies come next Tuesday?
Yeah, we definitely enjoy seeing newer opponents, especially because Cathedral is kind of repetitive 4 times in a row. But we've seen most of these teams at least once, or we've watched their games, so we know at least sort of what we're getting into, which is good to be prepared for.
Absolutely. Gigi, just to wrap up, obviously this group really improved and learned and evolved and developed facing all the highest quality Southern Section teams. How much of a blessing and a benefit is that when you come into the playoffs? That first you have one of the best coaches and coaching staffs in America, led by Ian, but that you're going to be prepared. There's not going to be any surprises, any mysteries, because when you're playing Mater Dei and Newport Harbor and Oaks Christian and San Marcos and Orange Lutheran and all those teams, it's like it's all about getting ready for these 3 matches in this tournament to win another championship. So how much of a blessing is that?
I feel like it's very nice to be able to experience like these very high quality teams up there, but it's also hard on us when we've been practicing so hard and we're just reaching their same level, but we're not quite there yet. So now that we've been practicing really hard, I think that we're finally able to overcome this. I don't want to jinx it, but I know that we've been practicing really hard, and I really hope that will improve our playing mentally and physically while we go up to Orange County and play them.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Well, obviously, first get through the semifinals and the finals, then have a chance to see them again in the regionals. But obviously, the march continues, as we all expected, toward an 8th consecutive title in 15th and 16 years, and a big reason why: 3 goals and a steal from Gigi Paredez, 4 goals and 2 assists from Rylann Hakim, and a 22-2 win over Cathedral Catholic. Ladies, fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you.